Good evening and welcome to Hobbs Lady Eagle Basketball here on the Hobbs Sports YouTube channel, Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel, and on HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle. Welcome into the Coyote Den here in Roswell as we get ready for the start of the second half of the district season. For your Hobbs Lady Eagles, they come in at 21-2 on the year, a perfect 3-0 in district, and they are ranked number 1 in Class 5A. On the other side of the coin is a reeling Roswell Lady Coyotes team at 8-15 on the year, 0-3 in the first half of district, and right now number 20 in Class 5A. And looking at everything earlier today, Roswell is going to need to pick off probably 3 or maybe even 4 more wins in which means district tournament and district time to have any shot at the playoffs. Of course, these two teams met a couple of weeks ago back at our place, and it was all Hobbs Lady Eagles in that one, 63-16. So the Lady Eagles here on a business trip and looking to stay perfect in the district race. Now a win tonight for the Hobbs Lady Eagles knocks Roswell out of the district title picture. If they do that, they are in business. If Carlsbad can beat Clovis tonight, that would assure the Hobbs Lady Eagles with a win no less than at least a co-championship in the district. So right now, as we start the second half of district, Hobbs 1 up on Clovis, 2 up on Carlsbad, and of course looking to knock off Roswell High tonight. Of course, if Clovis were to beat Carlsbad, that would also knock the Cave Girls out of the district title picture and make it a 2-horse race, with Clovis coming to Tasker Arena on Friday night. Now, in our game on this past Friday night, of course, the Lady Eagles getting the big victory over the Cave Girls, 70-24 in that one. Just a dominating performance for the Hobbs girls, led by Caitlin Muniz with 19 points, 15 of those coming from beyond the arc. 14 points in the books for Zoe Ross and 13 for Madison Zapata. Aliana Armitage, a good at least first half. She had 7 points. Did a lot of good things in the second half too. Just didn't score any more points. 6 points for Corelli Rivera in that ball game too. So the Lady Eagles can get it done. And if they can get it done here tonight, they will pretty much, they won't sew up a district championship, but you can pretty much look forward to them having no less than at least a championship still with 2 games in the district season to play. And that, of course, would also guarantee a home game in the district tournament. So the JV girls winning earlier tonight, 56-21, the final score in that ball game. So the teams out on the floor finishing up their warm-ups. Had a nice conversation before this started with Coach Sosa. Some of you may remember him. Longtime Hobbs coach, and was good to meet and visit with Coach Sosa for just a little while as we get ready for the start of the second half of district. So 2 of these 3 games for the Lady Eagles on the road. So we've got at least 2, and I would bet 3 more home games before the Albuquerque portion of the state tournament. So they are gearing up for the introduction of the teams in the national anthem. We will take a timeout and come back and give you the starting lineups and tip this one off. This is Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball from the Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports.
Hey parents, looking for a fun way to start your Saturday mornings? Get your kids off the couch and into the game at the Saturday Morning Youth League at Bel Air Bowl. For kids ages 5 to 18, bowling is the sport the whole family can enjoy together. It builds teamwork, sportsmanship, and fair play. And every kid plays. No one is left on the sidelines. Strikes, spares, friends, and smiles, and best of all, it's fun. Sign your kids up today at Bel Air Bowl. Call 393-3333 for full details. Bel Air Bowl, where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
Southwest Siding, Windows, and Doors. The name does not say it all. Steve Cox and his crew also specialize in roofing with shingles or metal, both commercial and residential, carports, and metal fencing. If considerate, fast, clean, and quiet is what you're looking for, then look no further than Southwest Siding, Windows, and Doors. Call 575-397-3340. Don't waste any more time. Call 575-397-3340 today. Southwest Siding, Windows, and Doors, 575-397-3340. The best in the Southwest.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank, with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball from the Coyote Den here at Roswell High. I've always thought it's funny, Roswell High is at the corner of Lee and Hobbs Streets. The things that I notice. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight, so all the camera oopsies are entirely on me. For Roswell High, their starters are going to be Sierra Miller, Giovanni Martinez, Abigail Morales, Adamaris Vasquez, and Aaliyah Miranda. They are in the home whites with the black letters and numbers. For your Hobbs Lady Eagles, it's Cepeda, Armitage, Hardison, Ross, and Muniz. Just like you would expect, Hobbs in the road black unis, white letters and numbers, gold accents, and Hobbs in script on the front. So here we go, as taking the jump, it'll be Vasquez and Hardison. We are ready to start the second half of district tonight here in Roswell, and the opening tip will be controlled by the Lady Coyotes and Miranda. Miranda hands it off to Morales in the backcourt. Cepeda picks her up. She picks up the dribble, needs some help, bounces it through the middle. Looking for some room and directing traffic is Vasquez. Comes through, gets a little pick from Martinez. Takes it over and will give it back to Vasquez, who keeps it with Ross on her. Tossing into the deep right corner. Morales picking her up quickly. A couple of lobs, Lady Eagles. Moving through, looking into the right corner for three. Miranda, that one is off the mark and saving it right before. Nope, it went out before it could be saved. Sorry about that. And it'll be Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball. So just underway, 30 seconds gone here in the first. No score, Hobbs on their opening possession. Into the front court come the Lady Eagles with Cepeda. Madison into the corner, Muniz, three ball on the way. That one is off the mark, but it'll be a rebound for Armitage. Skies for it. Hobbs resets to Ross, right wing for three, and bang! Zoe Ross, the eighth grader, puts Hobbs up early, 3-0. Full court press for the Lady Eagles. The inbound comes to Morales. Trapped up in the backcourt, needs some help. Comes to the near side. Vasquez looking for some room. She'll throw the fastball and overthrows everybody and out. First turnover for Roswell High. Give it back to Hobbs. 3-0, a minute 10 gone here in the first. Hobbs winning the first meeting between these two teams 63-16. Of course, Coach Joey Carpenter, formerly the head coach here at Roswell High. Won a state championship with the Lady Coyotes. Zapata from the right corner. 3 is an air ball, but it'll be Armitage there to take it, and then she'll put up a wing and a prayer. That one not going to fall. Fighting underneath is Hardison, and she'll get the rebound and the putback. Great job on the boards for the Lady Eagles, cleaning the glass and getting the bucket. So 5-0 the score, 6:20 remaining here in the first. Under backcourt pressure, that is Martinez. To Morales, and then they're going to call the 10-second violation. Good defense in the backcourt for the Lady Eagles. Give it back to Hobbs. So Zapata will inbound it from between the Roswell bench and the scorer's table. Madison tosses it into Ross, who will bring it into the front court. Swing it around, give it off. Muniz left wing for 3, no good, but Zapata there on the baseline for the rebound, and she banks it home. A 7-0 run to start things off for the Lady Eagles. With the backcourt pressure on Vasquez, looking for some help. To Martinez with 2 Lady Eagles, keeping an eye on her. Still trapped up in the backcourt as Vasquez directs traffic, and then a whistle sounds, and another 10-second violation. As Roswell High now 3 turnovers in 4 possessions. The Lady Eagles doing what they want to do so far. So they'll inbound it from the front court once again. It'll be Muniz. She will toss it in to Zapata in the backcourt. Gives it right back to Caseland. To Zapata, around to Ross. Hobbs works it around. Muniz thought about the 3. They'll get it into Hardison. Then on the backdoor cut to Ross. Ran out of room, so tosses out, and they'll reset. Backing it up is Muniz. Zapata to Ross. Left wing, 3 ball up, and bang! Zoe Ross with her second tray of the first quarter, and Hobbs up early, 10-0. Full court press is on, and the ball knocked away. Ross tries to save it, and she will. It'll be another turnover, and then they're going to call a travel on Hobbs. And Zapata trying to collect it, turns it over, and then a quick timeout going to be called by Roswell High. While we have a moment, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of our great sponsors who make Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball possible here on Hobbs Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Also Lee County News and Sports YouTube. You see them there at the bottom of your screen. You're hearing their ads. We could not do it without their help and support, so be sure you support those businesses that support your kids. It's because of them we never have to charge you to watch these games, and we never have to beg you for donations. So thank those businesses with your business. 10-0 our score, 5:17 to go here in the first half. 30-second timeout for Coach Daniel Smith. It will be Roswell High basketball. 5 possessions. They've turned it over 4 times. So it'll be Vasquez to inbound it. She will toss it in, get it into Miranda. Miranda looking for some room. Ross on her tight. Throws the fastball to Martinez into the front court. On her tight still is Ross. Ball loose on the court. Ross goes down hard. Has a girl come over the top of her. Gets the turnover and to Zapata. Hobbs will reset on the offensive side. Zapata to Ross. Right slot for 3. It is off the mark. And the rebound by Vasquez. Her first and the first for Roswell High. With 4:50 to go here in the first. A 10-0 Hobbs Lady Eagle lead. Throw it deep into the right corner. Morales looking for some room. Almost travels. Gets it off to Minner. Minner goes between the legs as Ross takes it away from her and back down the other way. Zoe with the steal and then off the right glass and up and in. Ross with 8 points, and it is a 12-0 shellacking here in the first. Lady Eagles in command and forced 6 turnovers on 7 possessions for Roswell High. Throwing the fastball, and Armitage gets that one, almost gets it away, but can't control it. Before it goes out, so Roswell High saved another turnover. Katie Godwin checks into the ball game for the Lady Eagles, as Zaylee Hardison will take a breather with 4:17 remaining here in the first. To the front court, but nowhere to go is Morales. Ross picks her up quickly. from the big R right at center court. Morales now with 2 on her, picks up the dribble, needs some help, loses the basketball, and off of her. And so another turnover for Roswell High. Hobbs putting their foot on the gas here early, leading this one 12-0, and we are not quite halfway through this first quarter. When everything's clicking for these Lady Eagles, they can make the scoreboard roll like a slot machine. Around as Ross controls to Zepeda, right wing, 3 up and bang! Madison Zepeda with 5. And a 15-0 run to start the ball game for the Lady Eagles at the Coyote Den here in Roswell. Of course, Coach Joey Carpenter's former haunt. As to the free throw line, shot up and gets the roll. That is Vasquez. And she gets Roswell High on the board with 3.5 to go in the first. Back down come the Lady Eagles. Give it to Godwin on the right baseline. Katie will roll it up and in from 5. Godwin, her first bucket of the ball game. Hobbs has had that right baseline the whole first quarter thus far. Bad pass loose on the court, and it'll be another turnover for Roswell High. To Zepeda. Hobbs will bring it back down. 3:10 to go. Zepeda step back 3. That one is off the mark. Ball loose and out. As going up, gutsy play there for Aliana Armitage, going between 2 Lady Coyotes and managing to not get any arm, hand, shoulder, anything else to knock it away. As Corelli Rivera comes in, Madison Zepeda will head to the bench. Aurelie Navarro, Jordan Mendoza come in too, as Armitage and Ross will take a breather. So Muniz, the only starter left out on the floor right now with 3:05 to go here in the first. Steal on the inbound. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball, and Navarro, that one is off the glass. Rebound, fighting for it, and coming away with it'll be Enza Castro. Just checking into the ball game for Coach Smith. 2:51 to go here in the first. A 17-2 Hobbs Lady Eagle lead. Picking up the dribble is Vasquez. Under pressure from Navarro. Coming near side to Morales. Muniz giving her a little bit of room. Now she'll pick up the dribble, sidearm sling. Then they'll get it into the deep left corner. 3 ball up. That one is no good. Navarro picks it up off the floor, and Hobbs will start it back the other way. To Rivera, who had 6 the other night against Carlsbad. Tries to get it into Mendoza. Will gets it right back. Then throw it out to Navarro to Muniz. Left corner, 3 ball up, and that one off the mark. Mendoza with a good rebound. She had 4 the other night. To Rivera, right slot, 3 ball is up, no good. Long chase down for Navarro. She'll get it and get it back out to Muniz. Hobbs dominating on the glass. Navarro with the little head fake, takes it from the left to the right. Moving it in. Back to Navarro, right baseline. Takes it right to left and then will squirrel it off the glass. And it'll be a rebound for Vasquez. That'll be her second. She'll bring it into the front court for Roswell High, and she'll just go coast to coast. The little underhand scoop is up and good. 4 points for Vasquez, all 4 on the board for Roswell High. Muniz controls it, step back, top of the arc, 3 ball, and bang! Caselin Muniz with the 3. Lady Eagles up by 16. 1:24 remaining here in the first. All Hobbs so far in this one. Morales to Vasquez, who throws the fastball to Minner, who controls it. Godwin and Mendoza get on her quickly. Hobbs cycles out. They bounce it to Castro on the right baseline. Mendoza still with her. Ooh, got a little dangerous there. Then the give and go through the lane as Minner will put the bucket home. Now for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. They'll bring it back down. Navarro swings it to Mendoza in the left corner. Mendoza cycles. Then out to Muniz in front of the scorer's table. Gets a pick from Godwin and hands it off to Mendoza. Mendoza, Rivera, right corner, takes it to the right block, and the 12-footer is up and in. Corelli Rivera, her first bucket of the ball game, points of the ball game, and then we'll have a hold foul called on Rivera. That'll be her first personal. First team foul on the Lady Eagles. First foul called in the game, period. As Zoe Ross will check back in for Hobbs. Hobbs leading 22-6. 29 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Lady Eagles up by 16 as Vasquez looks to get it in. She will toss it in to Minner. Still in the backcourt. Rivera giving her a little bit of room. to Weathersby, who just checked in. She'll take it across the timeline. Picked up the dribble, though, needs some help. Gets it back to Vasquez at the big arch center court. Rivera on her. Now back to Weathersby, working the wing. Then she'll take it, lose it off of her foot. 10th turnover as Ross off to the races under pressure. Takes it to the rack and can't get the shot to fall, but she's bumped, so she'll head to the line for 2. So they're going to call the push foul on Weathersby. That'll be her first personal, first team foul on Roswell High. And so now Ross at the line. Zoe's first is up, and it is good. 9 points for the 8th grader. Usually pretty consistent from the free throw line. Something tells me your dad and maybe your aunt have had a little to do with that one. Second one is up and good. 10 of the 14 in the books in the form of Zoe Ross. And on the inbound, it's another turnover as it goes into the hands of Katie Godwin. Get it to Ross, and at the buzzer, that one too hard and off the back of the iron, no good. But the Hobbs Lady Eagles dominate the first quarter and lead this one 24-6. We'll take a timeout. Be right back for the second. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball continues. Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com.
Here's some good news. Master Plumbers is thanking their customers. Right now, you can have your drain cleared for $39. $39, and you pick the drain. You better hurry. This drain clearing promotion won't last long. Plus, free camera inspection. Drain clogged? No problem. Call the Master. 397-9385. Reminder, Master Plumbers will meet or beat any competitor's plumbing price.
Master Plumbers. Call the Master.
Listen up. You asked for it, you got it. Introducing all-in pricing from TDS. Get ultra-powerful 1 gig internet for just $49.99 a month for 2 years. No gimmicks, no gotchas. Plus, no contract, free installation, and a powerful Wi-Fi router included. All in? Oh yeah. Visit hellotds.com today. Internet speeds are up to and not guaranteed. Subject to availability. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Back for the second quarter here in Roswell. It was all Hobbs in the first. They lead it 24-6. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight. A full night of basketball around Lee County. Of course, the Hobbs boys at home taking on the Roswell boys. Got Lovington taking on Artesia tonight. Tatum and Jowl playing each other. Eunice playing Hagerman. So got all kinds of basketball going on. Then the fastball to the left baseline, and Zepeda will start the scoring for the Lady Eagles. They lead by 20. Under pressure on the inbound, Vasquez will save it. Then she'll toss it to Minner, who gets it across the timeline. Picks up the dribble, though. Ross on her very tight. Bounce pass over. Armitage almost gets it. Then they'll get it to Vasquez. Left corner. 3 ball is up. No good. And it'll be into the hands of Caitlin Muniz. Hobbs wants to transition. Bringing it down. Zepeda pulls it down. He'll settle it down to Armitage. To Ross, and then a foul going to be called before she can kick it out. And they are going to call the push foul on Morales. That'll be her first personal. First team foul on Roswell High is on the floor, so it'll be Hobbs basketball on the baseline. Starters on the floor, get it into Hardison, tosses out to Muniz. Muniz takes it to the left elbow and then backs it up. To Armitage, the little spin move, goes to the baseline, kissing the glass, not going to fall. Then a tie-up between Vasquez and Hardison, and it'll be possession arrow for Roswell High. So Lady Coyote basketball, 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Hobbs up by 20. Vasquez directs traffic, gets it in right at the 5 count, and she'll get it right back from Morales. Working against Zepeda to the front court. Goes left, goes right, tries to spin. Uses up the dribble and then travels. 12th turnover for the Lady Coyotes. Give it back to the Lady Eagles. Lady Coyotes have had all kinds of heck hanging onto the ball. So Zepeda will control the inbound and to the front court. The Lady Eagles back on the attack with 6:51 to go. To Ross, who works against Weathersby. To Zepeda, top of the arc, thinks about the 3. Vasquez is like, yeah, okay. Back to Zepeda. Madison says, all right, you'll give me the room. I'll take it, and bang! Madison Zepeda with 10 points in the ball game. And now 29-6, a 23-point Lady Eagle lead. They're trying to get this to running clock. second halftime. Ball loose on the court. Martinez somehow controls it. And we'll get it to Minner. Minner cycles from the left to the right as Ross picks her up. Looking for some help. Bounce it to the free throw line with Martinez. Had some room if she'd have turned around and taken the shot. Now looking for help. She's used up her dribble to the top of the arc with Vasquez. Vasquez with Armitage on her tight. To Martinez. Into the corner. Morales for three. Up and no good. And it'll be the second rebound for Zaylee Hardison. Working the transition game. Now back to Ross from the left slot for three. It is off the mark. Armitage with the rebound, but then throws it away. Was fallen. And knew she had to toss it somewhere and hope somebody could get to it. So that'll wind up just being the second turnover for the Lady Eagles. And on the fastball in, Morales picks up the dribble, gives it to Minner. Minner runs into Zepeda. Then looks for some room. Vasquez tries to screen her. Not going to happen. Another turnover and back down comes Zepeda, and Madison will lay it off of the right glass and in. 31-6. Lady Eagles in control of this one with 5.5 to go first half. To the front court. Another bad pass and another turnover. That's number 14. Muniz to Zepeda. Right wing. Three ball up. That one off of the mark. And it'll be another rebound for Vasquez. She's got 4 in the ball game. She's got more than everybody else. But she's got 4 of the 5 rebounds for Roswell High. Ooh, Madison better be careful. You get in the air, bad things happen. To Weathersby as they break the pressure. She'll take it hard in. It's Hardison in the air, and then I think they're going to get Armitage for clocking her in the back. So Weathersby will head to the line for 2. Yep, it will be on Aliana. That's her first personal. First team foul on the quarter on Hobbs. And Weathersby at the line for her first trip to the stripe. First trip for the Lady Coyotes tonight. So at the line, Weathersby. First one is up and no good. So our score remains 31-6. Second shot is up and that one is good. And so Weathersby will get Roswell High on the board here in the second half. We may see a little history here tonight. We'll talk about that in just a minute. As Armitage goes through the lane, puts it high off the glass and into the hands of Morales. She'll bounce it to Vasquez, who had some room on the far side. Takes it to the front court, into the corner. Minner left side for 3, and that one is good. Sierra Minner with 5 points. And now back to a 21-point Lady Eagle lead is Muniz, top of the arc for 3, and that one is off the mark as Vasquez with her 5th rebound of the ball game. Caitlin Muniz going for a Hobbs school record there, thanks to Jason Farmer from the News Sun cluing me in on that. And Minner just pushes one out, or pardon me, that was Martinez, and she winds up with the rebound. Then Minner takes it in, throws it in, and ow, into the eyeball, and that'll actually be a turnover to a breaking Ross, and Zoe up and in, and then the injury timeout. You hate to see that one, as I think a hand just went up in Morales' face. You certainly hope that she is all right. Yeah, the stats say that Caitlin Muniz on her next three-pointer will break the Hobbs Lady Eagles single-season record. The way they've been shooting the lights out of the gym the last 7-8 years, that is a little hard to believe, but I do believe it. Caitlin has been one of those sharpshooters, and she's been doing it since she was a freshman. Senior this year. Weathersby on the inbound. Hobbs up 33-10. Back to Weathersby and loses it out of bounds. 16 turnovers for Roswell High. Give it back to Hobbs. Ross, Zepeda, Muniz, Godwin, and Rivera on the floor for the Lady Eagles. Ross now with it. It's a pick from Godwin, who gives it to Zepeda. Out to Ross, top of the arc. Crossover. Out to Rivera, working the left side. Coming back near side with Zepeda against Weathersby. Cycles, takes it into the paint, and the little teardrop floater is up and good. 35-10, 25-point Lady Eagle lead. 3:06 remaining here in the first. Weathersby almost losing the basketball. Does use up her dribble. Needs some help. Tossing it over to Castro. Castro to Weathersby on the baseline and out. But they're going to say last touch by Zepeda. Stays Roswell basketball. Mariah Mojica checks in as Ross will sit down and take a deep breath. Minner will toss it into Vasquez. Out in the left slot. Gives it back to Minner. 2:50 to go here in the first half. Vasquez from the left block. Shot up. No good. And it'll be Muniz with the rebound. Feed it forward to Rivera. Corelli bouncing it. Right baseline. Zepeda up and in. Zepeda having a whale of a ball game. 16 points for Madison in the first half, and it's a 27-point lead for the Lady Eagles. Vasquez to the front court, gets it around with Miranda. Miranda almost losing it. She will lose it as credit the steal there to Mojica. Gives it to Rivera, who short arms it, but there for the rebound and the putback. Mariah Mojica welcome to the scorebook, and it is 39-10. Hobbs not backing off any. I think they want running clock second half. Vasquez to Miranda. Miranda uses up her dribble as Mojica gets to her quickly. Back out to Weathersby. Slinging it to Castro. Castro throws the fastball to Miranda, then baseline to Weathersby. Needs some help. Gets it to Minner. Right corner. Three ball is up, and it's an air ball and into the hands of Zepeda. Madison will keep it herself. Working the transition. Takes it to the right baseline, but is run out by Weathersby. To Mojica, right slot for three. That one is off the mark, and it'll be Miranda with the rebound. That'll be her first. 90 seconds remaining, first half. Lady Eagles 29, Lady Coyotes 10. It's Weathersby slinging it to Miranda. Too hot to handle. 18 turnovers now for Roswell High. As Mendoza and Ross will check in for the Lady Eagles, as Muniz and Zepeda will take a breather, I'm guessing, for the remainder of the first half, all 78 seconds of it. So Ross will run the point. Takes it into the time, across the timeline for the Lady Eagles on the give and go. Ross into the corner. Rivera right side for three, and bang! Bounced around and through the hoop. 42-10, 32-point Lady Eagle lead. Under a minute to go here in the first, and another turnover into the hands of Ross, and count the bucket and the foul. Ross with 14 points, and she's going to get to go for three the old-fashioned way, as they are going to call the hold foul there on Patino, who just checked in. So Ross back at the line. Whale of a first half for the Lady Eagles, as Ross at the line. Mojica, Rivera, Ross, Mendoza, Godwin on the floor for your Lady Eagles. Three the old-fashioned way for Ross. Yes, ma'am. So now a 35-point Lady Eagle lead with 50 seconds remaining. And another turnover. That is turnover number 20 to Rivera. Almost loses it. Corelli takes it through the left lane, puts up the shot. She's fouled. They're going to get Vasquez on that one. Her first personal, third team foul on Roswell High. So Rivera to the line. Corelli with 5, trying to add to it here. 38 seconds remaining here in the first half. Rivera's first is up, and it is good. So now 46-10. Is Miranda out, Minner back in for Roswell High. Minner, Patino, Vasquez, Martinez, and Castro on the floor for the Lady Coyotes. Rivera's second is up. It's no good, but the rebound by Ross, and then a three on the way for Mojica. That one not going to fall, but it'll be Godwin who comes away with it. Feed it into Godwin, then on the give and go, then into the corner. Mendoza right side for three. That one is off the mark, and no question that time Martinez with the rebound, but Hobbs with plenty of looks at the basket. To the front court with Minner. Moves it around, looking for some room with 10 seconds to go. Gets a pick from Vasquez, but runs right into Rivera. Round to Martinez. Spins it back out and then off the face of Minner. And at the buzzer, it'll be, nope, they're going to say it didn't officially get possession. So it's not another turnover, but it is total domination for the Hobbs Lady Eagles as they lead this one by a score of 46-10. It may be a very, very fast second half. We'll be back to talk about it right after this. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube. Please subscribe to both, by the way, and on HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention mechanics, NMR Pipeline is hiring now. If you know your way around heavy equipment and you have your own tools, NMR Pipeline wants to talk to you. NMR is offering top pay based on experience and solid benefits, medical, dental, and vision. NMR Pipeline isn't looking for trainees. They're hiring real mechanics ready to turn wrenches and get the job done right. Apply now at 300 South Main in Eunice. NMR Pipeline, built on skill, driven by hard work. NMR Pipeline is an equal opportunity employer.
First American Bank believes success comes from building personal, long-lasting relationships that are built on mutual trust. We take a consultative-driven approach to get to know you and your business. We offer a wide array of banking and digital solutions, plus more than a century of local experience. So, with First American Bank as your trusted partner, when you succeed, we do too. Find out how we can get it done for you. First American Bank, local first since 1903. Member FDIC.
Divine Energy Services in the Permian Basin. Divine is more than just an amazing partner in the oil field. They are committed to the youth in the Permian Basin as well. From academics to athletics, you can be assured that Divine is supporting it. Remember Divine Energy for all of your oil field needs. Divine Energy Services, supporting the Permian Basin and the Hobbs Eagles since 2006.
SunGuard Precision is all about your truck and your home and making both look and feel amazing. SunGuard uses Lumar Window Tint, the top name in the game. For your truck, that means a cooler cap, UV protection, and a sleek custom look that turns heads. For your home, it's all about comfort blocking heat, reducing glare, and adding privacy without losing your view. SunGuard Precision brings style, protection, and performance on the road and at home. Call or look up SunGuard Precision in names and numbers. SunGuard Precision, your tinting pros. When you want the job done right, trust the professionals at DNC Electric for all your electrician's needs. DNC Electric does oil well installations, battery installations, power lines, automation electric motor repairs, transformer repair, and so much more. When you want a reliable, dependable electrician for all your commercial and industrial services, call DNC Electric 492-0044, 575-492-0044. DNC Electric, 1444 West Broadway.
And welcome back to Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball here on Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle flying solo tonight from the Coyote Den here at Roswell High. And, well, the Hobbs Lady Eagles flying high. They lead this one 46-10 at the half. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. Sierra Minner leads the scoring for Roswell High. She's got half their points. She's got 5 on the board. Adamaris Vasquez is next, just right behind her with 4 points. She also has 5 rebounds, leads everybody in the rebounding category. Then Jasmine Weathersby with a point in the ball game, that from the free throw line. Free throws for Roswell High. They had one chance at the line, and they went 50-50, 1 of 2. As we mentioned, Vasquez with 5 rebounds leads everybody in that category, and she has half of Roswell High's 10 boards in that first half. 20 turnovers. Yeah, Hobbs was just all over them in that first half, forcing the turnovers. 11 in the first quarter, 9 in the second for 20 total, and almost 21 right there at the end. They got 6 points in the first. They got 4 points in the second. And that's it for the Lady Coyotes of Roswell High. Turning the page for your Hobbs Lady Eagles, it has been a show tonight, especially for Madison Zepeda and Zoe Ross. Zepeda leads the Eagle flight. She's got 16 points in the first half to go along with a couple of boards. 15 points for Zoe Ross, 10 of those coming in the first quarter. She also had a rebound to go along with that one. Rest of your scores, Corelli Rivera with 6 points in the first half, 3 points for Caselyn Muniz. Caselyn needs one more 3-ball to be the Hobbs single-season 3-point leader. Then you've got 2 points in the books for Mariah Mojica, 2 points for Katie Godwin, and that's the scoring. Hobbs went 4 of 5, so even I can do the math on that one quickly. That's 80% from the free throw line. Aliana Armitage leads the, I missed Zaylee Hardison. She also had a bucket, so she's got 2 points. Aliana Armitage leads the way with 3 rebounds, 15 as a team for Hobbs. Zepeda with 2, Armitage with 3, Hardison with 2, Navarro with 2, Muniz with 2, then Zoe Ross, Katie Godwin, Mariah Mojica, Jordan Mendoza, each with a board. Hobbs, only 2 turnovers. That's it, just 2 turnovers in the first half. 1 in the first quarter, 1 in the second. They get 24 points in the first quarter. They get 22 in the second, and that's how they get to their 46 points on the board. So right now, a 36-point Hobbs Lady Eagle lead. So it will be running clock to start the second half. And if you're Hobbs, just keep doing exactly what you're doing. I would expect and think that maybe Coach Carpenter will kind of do what he did against Carlsbad the other night, put the starters out there, leave them in for about half of the third quarter and probably about half of the fourth quarter, then maybe do a little mixing and matching, or maybe just go ahead and put the second string in, clear the bench out a little bit, get them some experience on the floor, and get out of here early. Yeah, you don't want to see anything get too out of hand here. You want to keep that clock running. But that's Roswell High's whole goal, is to get this under running clock and back into standard timing. They're going to have to find a way to hang on to the basketball better, and they're going to have to find a way to do better on the glass. Hobbs with a whole lot of second looks. If you're a Lady Eagles fan, that's a good thing. If you're a Lady Coyote supporter, yeah, Hobbs has had too many looks off of the offensive glass. So Hobbs, just do what you do what you've been doing. Everything will be just fine, and you will knock Roswell High out of the playoff race. Assure yourself probably no worse than a co-championship. Wrap up a home game in the district tournament for sure, no matter what happens. So a lot to play for here tonight. I would expect to see Kaitlin Muniz go ahead and tune up and see if she can get a few more opportunities to set the single season 3-ball record here tonight. We might see it. It might come on Friday night at home against Clovis. You never know. But we'll have to just wait and see. But we're not going to have to wait long, as the team's coming back out on the court, getting ready for the start of the second half of this one. So we'll take a timeout, come back with your second half of action. It's going to be running clock when we get back to it. This is Lady Eagle Basketball on Hobbs Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Lee County News and Sports YouTube channel.
Hey parents, looking for a fun way to start your Saturday mornings? Get your kids off the couch and into the game at the Saturday Morning Youth League at Bel Air Bowl. For kids ages 5 to 18, bowling is the sport the whole family can enjoy together. It builds teamwork, sportsmanship, and fair play. And every kid plays. No one is left on the sidelines. Strikes, spares, friends, and smiles, and best of all, it's fun. Sign your kids up today at Bel Air Bowl. Call 393-3333 for full details. Bel Air Bowl, where we roll at Bel Air Bowl.
Southwest Siding Windows and Doors. The name does not say it all. Steve Cox and his crew also specialize in roofing with shingles or metal, both commercial and residential, carports, and metal fencing. If considerate, fast, clean, and quiet is what you're looking for, then look no further than Southwest Siding Windows and Doors. Call 575-397-3340. Don't waste any more time. Call 575-397-3340 today. Southwest Siding Windows and Doors, 575-397-3340. The best in the Southwest.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in, backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Forest Tire is celebrating 80 years in business. There's always another task to tackle, but making your to-do list disappear generates a ton of wear and tear on your tires. Do more for more miles with the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire. Whether it's hauling your boat up to the lake or driving through the job site, Michelin designed a tire that's tough enough for anything. Stop in today for the Michelin Defender LTX MS tire and get back to task mastering. Forest Tire, keeping you rolling since 1944.
Back here at the Coyote Den in Roswell, New Mexico. Second half of action here tonight. Hobbs Lady Eagles in command of this one, 46-10. I'm TJ Miracle. Thanks for being with us tonight in Southeast New Mexico, West Texas, and around the world, wherever you are. Hobbs Sports YouTube, Lee County News and Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com. So starters are on the floor for your Hobbs Lady Eagles. It is Ross, Zapata, Muniz, Hardison, and Armitage. So flip ends of the gym, and here we go as Zapata will take it across the timeline, and here we go, running clock time as Muniz thought about, well, basically about a 35-footer there, thought better of it, so Hobbs will control it to Ross, to Armitage, and hand it off to Zapata. Zapata, the little jab step, gets it around to Caselin. Caselin to Armitage. Armitage goes running through the lane, puts up a shot, no good. Nice rebound there for Hardison, her third to Zapata. Left corner, three ball up, no good. Ross with the rebound, that'll be her second. Hobbs will reset. Muniz for the record, and in and out, no good. And it'll be a rebound for Vasquez. That'll be her sixth of the ball game. As Muniz almost gets another steal, ball loose on the court. Somehow saving it'll be Martinez. Martinez to the front court, underhands it to Castro. Castro had a pretty good game comparatively when they were at our place. I think she had 5 points in that one. And a kind of lazy pass, but Vasquez is there to save it in front of the scorer's table. She takes it from the right to the left. Then on the give and go, trying to get it to Minner, overthrows it, but Minner controls it. Back to Martinez, back to Minner. They're just going to play catch. 6:45 remaining here in the third period. Minner with Zapata on her, picks up the dribble, needs some help, slings it back, coming near side to Castro. Castro runs into Ross, and then he'll get to Vasquez. WNBA 3 from the left wing is good. So Vasquez gets it under the 35-point rule, and Ross back the other way, though, in transition will lay it up and in. Zoe Ross with 17 leads the Lady Eagles. So 35-point lead once again. 6 minutes to go as the inbound comes to Martinez from Morales. Backcourt pressure for the Lady Eagles. Ooh, almost a travel. Vasquez will save it. She'll take it hard to the rack, and yep, there'll be a foul, and that'll put her at the line for two. Going to get Armitage, or are they going to get Hardison? They're going to get Hardison, so it'll be on Zaley. Her first personal, first team foul. Clock continues to move with Hobbs up by 35. Vasquez, her first trip to the line, has 7, paces the Lady Coyotes. Her first one is up and good, and that will get it momentarily out of running clock. Yes, Weathersby will come in. She'll take the place of Castro. Weathersby, Martinez, Morales, Vasquez, and Minner on the floor. Second shot is up, and Vasquez gets them both. 9 points for her, 48-15. Lady Eagles in control of this one. 5:19 remaining here in the third quarter. Ross works against Weathersby, coming near side. And Zapata with it, slings it across. Muniz, thought better of it. Keeping a pretty close eye on her is Morales. Muniz, long cross-court pass, Zapata, plenty of room, left corner, three ball up and bang! Madison Zapata with 19. And now 51-15 on the inbound. That'll be Hardison, takes it away. Gets it to Zapata. Zapata to the free throw line. Out to Muniz. Right slot for three, and that one is off the mark. And another rebound for Vasquez. That is her 7th. Vasquez in transition. Gets it to Minner. Lady Coyotes back the other way with 4.5 to go here in the third. And then off of the shoe of Minner and out. That is turnover number 22. So the Lady Eagles dominating in this one and looking to stretch it out a little more with 4:17 remaining here in the third quarter. Zapata to the front court, to Muniz, to Hardison, out to Ross, right wing, three ball up and bang! Zoe Ross with 20 in the ball game. and it is 54-15. The bounce into Miller. Ross on her very tight. Miller looking for room. Kind of a desperation pass and a desperation heave that's going to go out and through everything as Ross goes down hard. I think had a collision maybe as one of the Lady Coyotes coming down the floor. Aaliyah Miranda will come in as Sierra Minner will take a seat. 3.5 remaining here in the third. Of course, with running clock timing, mercy rule timing in effect, it will be a very quick second half if Hobbs can keep the clock running. To Muniz, to Zepeda, back to Muniz. Hardison, left baseline. Nifty little turnaround. It is in and out. Tip, 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 and finally controlled by Morales. Roswell High back on the attack here, trailing by 39. Bounce it in onto the baseline. Miller shot up, no good. Then from the tip, Hardison with it in transition to Muniz. Left wing, 3-ball, no good. And working it around, Hardison with another rebound, her fifth. To Muniz, she'll take it to the right. Block the little 10-footer. That one floats up, not going to fall. And wow, they're going to say Roswell basketball. I thought Martinez had touched it last, but normally I'd say the man in stripes is right on top of it, but he's not wearing stripes tonight. Aurelie Navarro checks into the ball game. Muniz will take a breather with 2:15 remaining. On the inbound, stolen away by the Lady Eagles to Zepeda off the glass, up and in. 21 for Madison Zepeda. 56-15, full court press is on for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Push it forward and too hot to handle and over the head of Miranda. That is another turnover for Roswell High. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the third. As back into the ball game is Castro. She comes in. Minner back in too. As Miranda and Martinez will take a seat. Lady Eagle basketball. Zepeda runs the point, takes it into the front court, picks up the dribble, gets it back, work it around. Aliana Armitage. Aliana into the high post for Navarro, and then trying to get it out to Ross. Knocked away by Weathersby. Good hustle play there for Weathersby. But it'll stay Hobbs basketball. And a quick timeout on the court while we've got a moment. Minner's having to lace up the Nikes down there. So Hobbs basketball as Zepeda pushes it into Ross from the right wing. 3-ball up and bang! Zoe Ross, her fourth tray of the night. 59-15. It's one of those nights where it is raining for the Lady Eagles. 63-16 was the score in the first game, and another steal for the Lady Eagles as Armitage to Zepeda off the right glass. Kiss it home. 61-15. And then a travel going to get called with 32 seconds to go, and now it'll be 5 new players in for the Lady Eagles. Will be Hobbs basketball. Mojica, Rivera, Mendoza, Godwin, and seeing her first action of the night, Audrey Mackey. They'll into the ball game with 15 seconds to go as Mojica back to Rivera, near side to Mendoza, to the free throw line, throw it to Mackey, then out. Godwin to Mojica, and then a steal by Weathersby, who heaves it at the buzzer and no good. We have played 3, and it is Hobbs in the lead by a score of 61-15. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball back in a minute.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, Porta-John trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Hobbs in command, 61-15. Running clock time this whole second half. So it'll be Roswell High basketball to start things off here in the fourth quarter. It will move very, very quickly. Minner to Weathersby. And Coach Carpenter gonna keep the second string out there. As that's Vasquez. Needs some rebounds and one more point to get a double-double. To Minner against Mojica, and then Rivera picks her up. She'll toss it back out. Vasquez takes it, steps it back, left slot. That one is off the mark, and the rebound will be made by Minner. That's her first, and then she's going to get fouled. They're going to tag Mojica for that one. Yep, that will be a push foul on Mariah Mojica, her first personal. First team foul on the Lady Eagles. Stays Roswell basketball. Inbound to Vasquez, then the three ball up. That one no good, and it'll be a rebound for Mendoza. That's her second. Mendoza in transition to Rivera. Rivera runs into Minner, though, but makes a nifty little move down the baseline to Mackey. Puts up the shot from the left block, and Andre Mackey, welcome to the scorebook, 63-15. Across the timeline with Morales as she cycles it over to the right side in front of her bench. On her tight is Mojica. Out to Vasquez. Then Morales sets the pick for Vasquez. Takes it to the right baseline. Then uses upper dribble. Needs some help. Gets it from Minner. Minner in front of her own bench with 6:20 remaining here in the contest. Long cross-court pass to Morales. Think about Roswell, even though they are not going to win this game, they are never going to stop, and that is a bad pass and stolen away, and the two teams going to trade turnovers. That's just the third turnover of the ball game for the Lady Eagles, and it comes with 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. So Mendoza out, in her place, Caselyn Muniz back in. We may see that single season record fall tonight from beyond the arc. Morales to Minner, cross court, into the free throw line with Weathersby, who cycles out of trouble. Rivera on her tight. To Morales. Off of her toes, cycles it through, ball loose on the court, and it'll be another steal as taking it away as Corelli Rivera, who takes it coast to coast, puts up the shot. Off the glass, won't fall, but she's fouled. She'll head to the line for two. And they're going to whistle that one on Minner, her first personal. First team foul in the quarter on Roswell High. Just their fifth foul overall on the night. So Corelli Rivera, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Puts up the first and gets it. She's got 7 in the ball game. So 64-15. The Eagles in cruise control here. Second for Rivera, gets them both to fall. 8 points for Corelli Rivera. And Hobbs in command by 50 now. Of course, clock continues to move. 4:35 remaining. To Minner, to Vasquez. Hobbs traps her up quickly, and Rivera going to just take it away from her. Corelli back down, and she'll put it up off the glass and good. 10 points for Corelli Rivera. 67-15. Kind of wonder if maybe Muniz is almost out there as a decoy. Because, you know, Roswell doesn't want her to get that record on their watch, as Minner with a long three from the right corner is good. She's got 8 in the ball game. As back down, Rivera with the head fake, then the little 10-foot push, no good. As Godwin with the rebound, but then she's fouled. So Katie Godwin will head to the line with 3:45 to go. They're going to hack that one, call the hack, I should say, on Jasmine Weatherby. Weatherby's second personal, so Godwin at the line for 2. Katie's first trip to the stripe. Puts up the first, and nothing but the bottom of the net. Hobbs' free throw shooting been much better tonight. Dorelli Navarro going to go in for Mackey. So Mackey seeing time tonight. Couple of points, some good defensive play. Godwin made the first, she'll eye the second. And that one is off the mark, but winds up with the rebound. Then to Muniz for the record, and it is off the mark. And Weathersby will have the rebound for Roswell High. 3 minutes exactly remaining in the contest. To the front court with Morales. Hobbs up by 50, and then a foul going to be called. They're going to get Corelli Rivera on that one. Corelli's second personal, second team foul on the Lady Eagles is on the floor. So Weathersby will take it on the inbound, and wow, they're going to call a foul on that instead of a travel? I guess they are. They're going to call that a Mariah Mojica. So her second personal, third team foul on Hobbs. Weathersby will inbound it from the far sideline. 2 minutes to go. Into Morales, back out to Weathersby. Mojica swaps off on her with Rivera. Weathersby picks up the dribble, then to Minner. Minner between the rings with Vasquez. Vasquez takes it through the lane, puts up a wild shot, and she's fouled. Rivera just going, you got to be kidding me. Yep, they're going to get Corelli for her third personal. Fourth team foul on Hobbs. And so Vasquez at the line with an opportunity to get to double figures on the night. And a chance to get Roswell to 20 on the night. Her first is up, and it is good. She is a perfect 3 of 3 from the line. Mendoza in, Rivera out. 90 seconds to go. Ariana Ortega prepares to check in for Roswell High. Running out the string on this one. Also coming in, Maria Patino, as that one will be off the mark, and it'll be Mendoza with her third board of the ball game. Almost loses it. She will lose it. That's a fourth turnover for the Lady Eagles. Push it to Morales with 63 seconds remaining in the contest. Lady Eagles going to improve to 22-2 on the year as that one off the mark and out of bounds. Back to Hobbs. So now Ortega checks in. The clock moves with 45 seconds. Hobbs will go to 22-2 on the year. More importantly, 4-0 in district. That will knock Roswell High out of the district race. It means they're going to have a lot of work to do if they want to make the playoffs. Hand it to Mendoza. Mendoza to Navarro. Navarro, 12-footer from the right base. No good, but Godwin is there. Her fourth board of the ball game. 5 points for her, and it is 70-19. Minner into the front court with 12 seconds remaining. And then the little spin move for Minner. Shot up with 7 to go, and that one out. So the clock will expire on this one, and the Hobbs Lady Eagles will be victorious tonight by a final score of 70-19. We will take a quick timeout, come back and wrap this one up. Hobbs Lady Eagle basketball is here on Hobbs Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Did you know that Lee County State Bank drive-up lanes are open late? Interactive tellers give you convenient, extended drive-through hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lee County State Bank ITMs feature a screen which connects you to a live teller inside the bank to assist you with your banking transactions. No need to rush to the bank, with Lee County State Bank's extended ITM drive-through lanes conveniently located near you in Lovington, Hobbs, and Eunice. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
And welcome back as the Hobbs Lady Eagles are victorious tonight. Our final score as they knock off the Roswell High Lady Coyotes by a final of 70-19. All Hobbs Lady Eagles in this one, almost from the word go. Leading scorer tonight for Roswell High, Adamaris Vasquez with 10 points, led the charge for the Lady Coyotes. 8 points for Sierra Minner. So 18 of their 19 points coming from those two players. For your Hobbs Lady Eagles tonight, well, you had a tie atop the leaderboard with Zoe Ross and Madison Zapata, each with 23 points. And just to keep things completely symmetrical, each one of them had 2 rebounds in the game, too. Also scoring in double figures tonight, Corelli Rivera with 10. Katie Godwin had 5 in the effort. Caitlin Muniz with 3 points in the ball game. I think maybe was pushing a little bit at times. They're trying to get that single-season 3-ball record. I bet we see it on Friday night back at the friendly confines of Tasker Arena. Audrey Mackey coming off the bench with 2 points. 2 points for Zaylee Hardison. She also had the most rebounds for the Lady Eagles with 5. 2 points for Mariah Mojica, 2. So a dominant performance for Coach Carpenter's Lady Eagles tonight as they improve to 22-2 on the year, but more importantly, 4-0 in district, and knock Roswell High out of any chance of a district championship. And that will also wrap up a for sure home game for the Lady Eagles in the district tournament. One more win would wrap up the district championship, and they can get that against Clovis on Friday night. So that will be next up for the Hobbs Lady Eagles Friday night back at Tasker Arena. Final home game of the regular season. We'll be with you as soon as the JV game's over, probably right around 7 o'clock Friday night for the Lady Eagle pregame show. The tip-off will come about 10-15 minutes after we go on the air. So a dominant performance tonight here at the Coyote Den to start the second half of district. Hobbs victorious. Our final once again, Lady Eagles 70, Lady Coyotes 19. For Tiff and Evie, keeping an eye and an ear on things and juggling the cats and the chainsaws back at One Radio Square. For Dawn Morgan on assignment tonight, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Roswell. This has been an exclusive presentation of Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody. We'll see you Friday night at Tasker Arena.